Are we live? We're live. Pog. Okay, well, I'm going to talk about some things, and I'm going to play some things, and we'll figure it out. Okay, this guy's going to actually play Amnesia: The Dark Descent on Steam on his PC. I think he's going to figure it out. I think he's cracking his knuckles right now. So he's in the archives. He's not starting from scratch. He's actually restarting a game that he has already... He's picking up the progress. Oh, I have notes on Machine for Pigs here. Let's see here. Oh, yeah, he wrote notes on his phone for Machine for Pigs, because he finished that some time ago. He wrote notes. Okay, so this is not Amnesia Machine for Pigs. So Machine for Pigs was actually... It came out in 2013 as the sequel to this game. Oh, snap. That's a reference to the regular show. So Amnesia Machine for Pigs is about pigs. It's also about machines. That was a sound effect. That was a monster sound effect right there. You'll notice there's blood on that rock. It doesn't make sense. And it's about a British guy who is a butcher, and he makes a big machine. Oh, actually, yeah, he lives in London. He's a butcher. He makes money selling and then he goes to Mexico with his kids. Citizens, the denizens of London. So he finds all the netizens, but the net was not invented yet. And the orb, London netizens splits his personality in half, Jekyll and Hyde style.
I believe this to be true.
It's a Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. And actually was published probably within the century that Machine for Pigs takes place in. That story was actually published after Machine for Pigs.
I believe this to be true.
It takes place. The events of Machine for Pigs finish after the story was published.
We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble, and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here,
and here. Yeah, classic. That's a classic joke. Yeah, that's what I would have done. That makes sense. That's technically true. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Oh, there's actually more stuff to discover this way, I think. No, there's not really. I mean, there's like one note, but it is actually required for the progression. What was I talking about? I don't know. Oh yeah, so Mandus kills his sons, Edwin and Ina, because the orb gives him visions of... the orb in Mexico on a temple. Yeah, it's like an Aztec temple. World War I ends too. And he knows his sons are going to die in the war, so he... Yep, that's true. That's pretty true. Kills them instead. You can see those drawers are open because I've already been there. T-shirts. Those aren't actually T-shirts. Those are dress shirts. Those are button-down shirts. Wow, that's dark. So Mandus kills his own sons on the stones of the temple in Mexico before he heads home. It's not a very good vacation, I'd say. His wife is dead too, so he pretty much just killed his whole family. He starts making the machine for pigs. Yeah, it's the machine for pigs. That's actually what the title. And the engineer is the evil side of his brain. That's true. That's true. His mind was actually split into two parts because of the orb. He touched the orb in Mexico and on the Aztec steps, and then the orb split into two parts, and his mind split into two parts.
Fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took
the engineer is just him. It's evil him. Yep, the engineer is Dr. Henry Jekyll's evil part equivalent to Oswald Mandus in London. He has this flawed philosophy that he needs to save mankind from themselves by just killing them instead. That's true. I remember that part. He makes man pigs. He makes he actually makes the man pigs because he is inspired from the monsters in this game from Alexander Brainberg, the Gatherers. He actually designs the man pigs, which is really a machine for people. A machine for people. The people are insulted. They're called pigs. It's a kind of derogatory contradiction because I'm going to react to those videos playing Machine for Pigs. No, he's actually playing The Dark Descent, and he's reviewing Machine for Pigs, and he's commentating about Machine for Pigs. That's exactly true. Let me check my notes. Let's listen to what these guys have to say. Also, password, my grocery list. It's kind of unclear whether or not pigs are the pigs. Can you mention that they made all machine for pigs? The despicable form. Yeah, they're kind of pigs being compared to the rich people. Like his lantern just went out. His lantern turned off. That's strange. I got philosophy on the floor right here. See this? Oh, look at that! That's a little Cooper, man. He's so sweet. Cute. The rich people are like pigs because they're undiscerning, just kind of bloated consumers.
Yeah, just greedy.
I never thought of that. That's interesting. Greedy consumers. And then
I actually just got chills. That's amazing.
The poor people are like pigs because they're just filthy and
whoa, are you allowed to say that this day and age?
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
No one cares about. Wow, I guess okay. So he was thinking that
no one cares about poor people.
That's
why we should just put them in the machine. The machine that's actually ran by the engineer.
I can't remember how they work.
What did he just say?
This guy just forgot what he was saying. That's crazy.
There's blood on that rock. That doesn't make sense.
Oh man, I wonder if that makes the game rated M then.
Events? No? No, I don't think so.
Oh, he's expecting something. That's interesting.
He must know something at the brick wall there. Oh, cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, the Ring reference.
Oh, that's class.
Now everything collapses.
That's
pretty cool.
My eyes.
I was using these.
Yeah, I haven't even touched my ice cream. This video is great.
Game. That's not really what I was thinking. That's kind of cringe.
So, Mandus makes the machine for pigs.
Well, that's only partially true. He made the man pigs.
Designed
it's just and then he imbued the machine for pigs with the soul of the
It's just supposed to kill people.
Yeah, industrialized mass murder.
Industrialized genocide.
Whoa,
this is from the Industrial Revolution.
Yeah, that's what I just said right now.
Interesting. I wasn't even thinking about that. That makes sense.
There's no shadow in the machine. Oh, that was sick.
Oh,
that was awesome.
I love that.
There's no shadow in the machine for pigs. There's no sanity mechanics. Oswald is just kind of chilling.
I think the engine and lighting would be better than having no. Oh, he means the shadow of the orb, of course. So
I think that one.
That means the shadow of the orb only applies to the singular orb in Algeria and the tomb of Tin Hanan, but not the Aztec Temple of Sacrifices. Oh,
that was legit.
Well, there's a book on that. You should look.
So since Oswald Mandus actually made the man pigs, or at least he made a few. I don't know how many there are in total. There's probably at least like 50, but
that did nothing.
He made them.
50 man pigs. I think that, I guess that makes sense. But
they were designed after the servant gatherers from Brandenburg, using the same materials as Brandenburg as well. They use Vitae, but the Vitae is unrelated to the machine because the machine just kills. And then
you might be tempted to think that the machine is designed to extract Vitae, which is kind of what the operations of Brandenburg are for, but that's actually not true. This is really a Dracula story. Is it? Really? If you've ever read Bram Stoker's Dracula, the first 50 pages or so is 50. 50?
Yeah,
that's a lot of pages.
Jonathan Harker in Dracula's Castle, discovering stuff, and that's played by Gary Oldman.
No way,
from Francis Ford Coppola.
I know that guy.
Oh, really? That's interesting. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Is it really? I think so. Yeah. What was you
so the kind of ironic meta-criticism you can have about the Machine for Pigs is that the story is about these people trying to make a cheap copy of the operations of Castle Brandenburg.
Oh, really? Brandenburg?
All the while, their own story that they've written about these subjects is actually a cheap copy of the original game. So it's kind of like
cool.
they have projected themselves into their own narrative inadvertently.
That's an interesting insight. I think it's kind of too bad for the Chinese room, though, since their development is kind of bad.
The notion of ever visiting. I was reading that.
What did you say?
The Baron of Brandenburg lives in a reclusive.
We can read this note right
life with his family. I don't think he has a family.
I don't think I want to read that.
It's actually implied that Oswald Mandus is the great nephew of either Daniel or Alexander of Brandenburg. But that doesn't really make a lot of sense.
No, I don't think that makes sense either.
Because I think that implies that Daniel got home safe. So the entirety of Machine for Pigs is based on one of 3 optional endings to the Dark Descent. That's kind of interesting.
Is that true?
Stealing it?
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
What did you just say?
I'm assuming that's one.
Did
you hear that? Oh, I was just
that's one. Yeah, that's good thinking. Well done.
Oh, the puzzle. I didn't see that was even a puzzle. I thought you could just check out books. Oh, good. Oh, it's not. Okay, it's locked.
Oh, it's still parkour.
I think it's faster to run. He's bee-hopping like CSGO.
There's no... wine cellar key.
Wine cellar key. Whoa. Oh, dude, you need to hide right now.
Terry Akers?
There's a monster. There's a British man. Actually, he'd be German, so it's fine. Yeah, if he's German, it's not a big deal. You can go out.
Yeah, open the door for it. That's nice. Legit.
So the Gatherers we just read about.
Okay, I wonder if you
Magic the Gathering. The Gatherers use magic. They're built on magic, actually.
Goodness. Assume a frictionless surface, am I right? Oh, that's my favorite assumption.
Physics broken. Like it.
No, I guess not. That's too bad.
That's too bad.
You can serve the pigs and machine for pigs.
I guess technically we're assuming
there's a body of one that
to have no air resistance. That's better than this.
Yeah, I don't know who would have preserved it though, because they all kind of just died, and like that. I don't know. Like one of them got eaten. One of them got split in half in the sewers.
Oh, he's talking about the Wilhelm guys.
So was it a brute or a grunt? I couldn't tell you.
What just happened?
That was strange.
What just happened?
I'll have to make a note of that. Something weird just occurred in my head.
I believe this to be true.
Okay, this is part 2. I'm just going to nothing happened. Okay, well, I didn't know what happened, so that's fine with me. This is episode 2. It's actually just still the same episode, but
it's secret exit
parts because of some kind of software issue that stopped the recordings. Software.
Yeah.
It's freeware, so you can't really expect it to be that foolproof. Plus, it's an old game.
I should fresh out. The other thing is, Machine for Pigs takes place like 30 years after this one, so they're really not
Machine for Pigs is 1899.
Oh yeah, that happens sometimes when I pick up homework.
When I see a quiz grade,
that's what happens.
All over sometimes. It's happened before. Not really. I'm just trying to lie.
You got some handed to you? Oh man, you'll get a quiz back in probabilities and statistics.
Oh yeah, I got a couple of those grades when I was old because I slept.
Not really.
And then I didn't go to class.
Did you go to class?
Yeah,
did it?
Oh, that's interesting. That's too bad.
What kind of bizarre occurrence is
what
this?
happened? That's a strange occurrence for sure.
Yo.
Faint?
Excuse me.
Now it's out of sync. I don't know what's going on. Welcome to my YouTube channel, where we're going to show you how to complete the Zoombini's Logical Journey video game. Today we're going to practice medium difficulty Fleens. On this difficulty, some Fleen characteristics will correspond to Zoombini characteristics, as many as 2. So let's observe both our pack of randomized Zoombinis and the Fleens we have to work with, because both sets of information will be critical to solving this puzzle. The first thing I'm noticing is the similarities between the Zoombinis we have on the branch. If you look at these two sides, we have 2 Fleens with a purple nose and red heels. This tells me that the 2 Zoombinis that correspond to these Fleens will likely have 2 qualities in common. Now let's look at this pack. We have 2 more Fleens with red heels, and what looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other Zoombinis with purple noses. Let's see if we can find Zoombini characteristics that have quantities of 4 and 7. I see 7 yellow noses. Let's start with that. I also see, of our subset of purple noses, we can observe only 2 have red heels. So let's see if we can find a characteristic within our Zoombinis with yellow noses with a quantity of 2. I see singular eye. Let's see if we get lucky here. Well, that's excellent. That is just a perfect outcome for what we have come to expect with this set of information. We're 1/3 of the way done. Now I can see that this Fleen will have 2 things in common with this Fleen, which means our next Zoombini of choice will have 2 things in common with this one here. Let's give this one a try. Is that the correct move? Let me think for a moment. Let's see what we get.
We skipped we're in the archives. We skipped the part about the orbit because the software crashed again.
Oh man.
Just like that ceiling crashed in on there. That's interesting too. That's kind of a little bit of a meta occurrence. The game is actually breaking the fourth wall. Oh, I was going to read on that. I have the key to the wine cellar. Yeah, I have the key to the wine cellar. Some sort of organic tissue blocks the path to the refinery to get dissolved. I think so, because we can make an acid out of the compounds in the wine cellar. That candle's nice. I think that's a really good little bit of lighting there. This one's supposed to go last. Oh, it's open. It's open, yeah, because the monster presumably broke it open. Oh, but it won't budge. I'm lost. It's too confusing, man. Yeah, it's too confusing, man. Oh, look over there. Oh, there, see, there he is. Whoa. That's, Wilhelm. Wilhelm, yeah, that's right. What are you talking about that music, dude? He's not real. Go chase him down. See, he's already gone. Yeah. Oof. You can hear him. Still hear him. Yeah, you can still hear him. My goodness, I do still hear him. He's having a technique freak out. He's having a special like ointment style episode. Okay. This happens to me every few days. What was I talking about Machine for Pigs for? Oh yeah, because it's a funny game. Go ahead, I'll let you talk. Oh yeah, so Oswald Mandus is the great nephew, the desert. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. He's the great nephew of presumably Daniel, because I don't think Alexander Brandenburg was really getting any action, if you know what I mean. That's cool. Oswald Mandus is the great nephew of Daniel. That's right. Of Daniel. Presumably Daniel. Yep, Daniel of Mayfeld. And so Oswald got preserved remains of some of the goons. The goons, the head gatherers. Of Brandenburg somehow. Yeah, the Brandenburg goons. There's a couple questions to be asked. Oh yeah, that's fun, dude. You grab the key. That's how doors work. One is, who would go into Brandenburg? Daniel. And grab the bodies and preserve them and send them off? I don't really know. Maybe Daniel just grabbed them on his way out. Although there's two endings that Daniel dies in, and I don't think... What, man? What? He was getting busy before, while the shadow was hunting him. I think if the shadow was hunting me, I would probably... You know what, never mind. Red Baron, it's in the oven. I think Red Baron pizza is actually one of the better frozen pizzas you can get, because that's how my lab partner sounds. It really just, that's how my lab partner sounds. That's true. That's pretty true. What's those Cooprites? I think that might be an ingredient in oh no, DiGiorno's pizza. No. DiGiorno's sucks. DiGiorno's is so bad. Their crust is dog water. It's way too bready, way too thick. The sauce is about the color on screen right now. It's nearly black. It's just, that's not even true. But Red Baron's really good. I should have some Red Baron pizza sometime soon. Oh, what's that? G Fuel. Yeah. Oh no. Barrel knocked me out. Is that the origin of the barrel joke? What barrel joke? Barrel knocking you out? I wonder. I would buy it. I don't know what he's talking about. This kind of schizophrenic. Yeah, get up. You're supposed to be making progress on the journey, and you're laying on the floor. What an idiot. Well, I believe the official way we're supposed to... Oh, we gotta get some oil. Oh, cool. I don't remember what the official way out of here is. You just grab the stuff. Grab this... Yeah, see, just grab it. But I'm pretty sure we can just... You're stupid, dude. Well, that didn't do anything. Okay, that does nothing. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's pretty true. You have to grab a barrel. Grab the barrel right there. I'm trying to grab the rock it's too heavy though, so you could just grab the stuff by hand. You could be done by now if you weren't retarded, but it's whatever. The barrel, that'll do. Yeah, use the barrel. Just swing it and just bash all the stuff out of the way. Yeah, that's good. So that's good. The man pigs of the machine were actually inspired by the grunts of Brandenburg. That's true. I thought we covered that already though. And in a note, Mandus says that the grunts are actually made by his great uncle. Yeah, that's true. The great uncle actually worked on them. And I don't really believe it that Alexander procreated. Yeah, if he did, it would have sounded like that. I didn't say that. Okay. Oh, he turned into... Ooh, something. Pig pieces or something. Who knows what those are. Someone should clean up in here. Of course. Tinderbox. That's an alien reference. Alien reference. Average bang energy experience, by the way.
My God, Wilhelm, do something!
That voice acting is so rank.
Except that we're not getting out of here.
Where is you? Uh-oh, it froze.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Why did it freeze? What just happened? What just happened? Everything just...
Yeah, that's what I was
I
thinking.
forgot everything. What just occurred? Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I was thinking.
Oh, we're in the wine cellar. Okay, this is so dark. Grab the note, please. That
I
bottle's
don't know what just
rolling.
happened. My monitor stopped working.
No, it's fine. It's okay, dude. Just chill. Okay, we're good. We're still recording. We're still recording. We're still recording.
Are we
I
gonna
believe
check?
this to be
Let me
true.
check here. Let me click this button. Let's see. Okay. My name is Wilhelm, House of Garrick. These are my
Death
final
Note.
words. My confession and testament 2 years ago, I was summoned to the Castle Brandenburg. As most of the aristocracy, I was curious about what this supposed knight of the Order of the could want from me and accepted the invitation.
Swift.
The Baron was
Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, that's not a funny joke. Friendly and offered me a
Not just the
proposition.
men.
It dawned. Oh, I was reading that. Okay, well, I guess I'll- What did you just say? I can't remember the numbers. Yeah, that's me as soon as I get out of an exam. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's pretty true. That's what I would do. 100 juicers in the bowels of a nefarious facility.
Wow. I think you'll actually find
Yeah, well,
some. They're pretty much all...
Once we get to the choir, then we'll know what this is about.
Yeah, that's true. The choir's pretty insane. The choir is actually... Normally that's where people would be singing, but... Oh, I wonder if that's actually the reference there, because people are singing in a matter of speech, because they're being... Wow, this...
Tangled.
To put it lightly.
That's another
Tangled.
one. That's a great movie. That's another one.
People are being tortured, and they're screaming.
That's the secret.
Harvested through plumbing to harvest authentic vitae necessary for Alexander of Graham,
Yeah, I think I want to stop
which was to open up the portal to the other world and actually keep the shadow of the orb at bay using Daniel. However, what was I just talking about? I can't remember what I was just saying. I have another brain. I was singing, yeah. I think the choir was probably built before Alexander Graham Bell inhabited the castle, so I can't say. Maybe that's the joke. It'd be kind of funny if it was kind of morbid as well. That tip is weird. If an enemy is near the sight and hiding in the darkness, make sure to turn off your lantern with F or X. That's the first time you see the monster. Ready for this? Okay. Usually you don't want to turn around. If you do it from sight, then you can just see the popping resistance. Yes. I think that's good one. Dude, look at that guy right there. That's a classic German Brexit visa. I don't know. I'm not the small guy right there. I would joke with it, no? Okay. Number 3 and number 7. That guy's gonna go to Brandenburg Buddies. That's a tweet. I should tweet that. Number 7 with the Brandenburg Buddies. I look at that right back. Let's see if it goes. We're keeping a lot of these. Oh, the mouse. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's right. He's actually really bad. Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Just walk in. Walk in. Just walk in. Boom. That's all you need to put the rocket in. Sanity fixed. Oh, interesting. Whoa. It's stuck in the wood. It just drooped down. That's interesting. Quantum entanglement. That's a good movie. I was supposed to be saying the Bone James. I know it's all scripted, but really. I'm just hoping people are going to carry on. I'm actually going to puke in real life. Let's see, I think I was talking about Machine for Pigs. Oatmints. Oatmints style technique methods. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So, Machine for Pigs was actually not developed by Frictional. I think it was pretty much entirely written and designed by Chinese Room. Cook it and cook it. And then I think Frictional Games just... My life's so sweet, I feel like Cody. Yeah, that's pretty funny. So I think Frictional maybe just did some polishing up of the software, but I don't know exactly how much hands they had in Machine for Pigs. And he has to go back down into the machine to start it because the engineer voice is, excuse me, is telling him, I'll let you tell him to go back this way. I'm sorry. Is telling him, I'm trying to not interrupt him that much, to restart the machine because his kids are down there.
Oh yeah, so The Dark Descent came out in 2010, and The Machine for Pigs came out in 2013. These are not crazy difficult games to make, since they have a lot of reused assets. But ultimately, Frictional is a pretty small team. And so, if they cranked out... Oh yeah, Machine for Pigs is about half as long as The Dark Descent as well. He realizes that it was a trap, and his kids are already dead because he killed them. Yeah, that's true. He killed them in Mexico. So we should really just never go to Mexico, I think. That's kind of that's part of the message of Machine for Pigs is you shouldn't incorporate Aztec culture in London. That's like the worst of both worlds. It was like Powerade, but by the Monster Energy. Don't even say that. You're reminding me of lost memories that I wish I... Never mind. See, crystal clear. Easy. Yeah, easy. Exactly. It's so good to emotes. Calamine, more like calamari. So then Soma came out in 2015, only 2 years after Machine for Pigs, and Soma has very few reused assets. It's a pretty lengthy story. Lots of voice acting, lots of areas. So Soma is the most high-effort game that Frictional had made up until that point, arguably ever. Maybe it gets trumped by The Bunker. Yeah, turn that wheel there, that's good. And turn the left mouse wheel. I think he's probably doing that right now. Blue, pink. But they could not have made Soma in the 2 years between release and Machine for Pigs, so clearly they were working on Soma right after The Dark Descent, which is really kind of an amazing thought to just jump from one of their greatest to the other. Pot of acid. So that's probably why they had kind of given the rights to Machine for Pig up to the other guys, the Chinese room. Oh, the stairs broke. What are they gonna do now? They're gonna use wine for that? Finally climb back up. What are you sighing at, dude? You're playing video games. I wish I remembered this. Just jump. Just try jumping. Just get over it. And orange. A sweet, juicy fruit locked inside a bitter peel. That's not how I feel about a challenge. I only want the peel. It's coffee. It's licorice. Yeah, keep spinning F. That was it. Was that always like that? Maybe so. This is good ambience, by the way. Laboratory ambience. They have that at my school. Am I really just building my way out of here? There's no way. Yeah, it's called Fortnite, dude. Frictional designed Fortnite. Can I not just jump it? They inspired it because you have to use blocks to traverse. And in Fortnite, you have to use just parkour. You have to use parkour to traverse the map to get to the end of the level in Fortnite. You have to jump from the other side so you have a better angle. There you go. Middle. Good. Oh, well, that was easy. That's what I was thinking, yeah. For me, impossible. Okay, let's go melt some skin. That's what, that's kind of grim, but it's true. That's what you're going to do with the acid. You're going to melt the shadow of the orb. I don't know what that could be referencing. French soldier residue. French soldiers, that's probably referencing... Oh, you know, that kind of reminds me of Justine, because Justine Lorbeau is... my friend. She was actually born on the exact same day that the Oswald the Mandis Processing Company, Rose Petals in the Deep, was founded. So that was, what, like 1830 or something? Oh, yeah. And of course, Justine is kind of nuts. Have some acid, dude. I think the world would have been better off if Justine just got shot, so... Oh, refinery. I have stood knee-deep in mud and bone Gibraltar. And filled my lungs with mustard gas. Is this the Water Brothers? I think the Water Monsters. I know Gibraltar's a location. I think it's actually a real place. Populated the autumnal fallout. No, if you look on the map, there's no continent called Water Monsters. So you have to just go to Gibraltar on this. There might be Water Monsters there. And starved the masses into faith. A child's shadow burned into the ground all the time. Because I'm always lit. Skulls in the jungle. You didn't answer that because there's no innocent. Is that actually true? I wonder. Is there any inverse reason why it's so good? Is Brainbreak a fatal light? I kind of don't think there's any reason. I think it's just century. Voice damage. They will make pigs of you all, and they will bury their snout into your ribs, and they will eat your heart. Eyes are wrong. Turned into a goober. I think it's already gone, isn't it? No, he's chilling right there. Probably sprint. No, I think he's gone. I'm kind of getting bored of this. I think he should end soon. Okay. Yeah, I just really miss her, man. Alright, I'm good. Oh, we're done. Yeah, okay, I think that's fair.
Whoa, no way.
Whoa, no way, man.